As the summer heat begins to blanket Port Charles, the tension rising within the corridors of General Hospital is about to hit a breaking point. The lives of its residents are on the cusp of seismic shifts, where happiness, power, and even sanity hang by the thinnest of threads. 3 storylines have emerged as the dominant forces of chaos and suspense: the harrowing danger surrounding Sasha Gilmore's newborn daughter Daisy, the growing unease about Drew Kane's ambition to secure Willow Tate as his bride, and the shadowy undercurrents of a brewing conspiracy that could end in tragedy. With secrets, betrayals, and threats lurking in every corner, these unfolding events promise a summer that will leave Port Charles reeling. The most immediate and alarming crisis revolves around the safety of Daisy Gilmore, a child who, though only just born, has already become the center of a terrifying mystery. It all began with a chilling moment that shattered Sasha's world. After giving birth, she instinctively sensed something was wrong. The infant in her arms wasn't her own. Her cry of, "That's not my baby," sent shockwaves through the hospital, and it was only through the efforts of Dr. Lucas Jones and Felicia Scorpio that the truth began to emerge. Yet, even as explanations were offered and reassurances made, the specter of something darker loomed. This wasn't just a clerical error or a well-meaning nurse's mistake. This was calculated, and it was personal. Sasha has since returned to the Quartermain estate, determined to raise Daisy as a single mother, having informed Michael that she would do so on her own terms. But unbeknownst to her, danger has followed them home. Subtle signs, unseen eyes watching from the shadows, strange disturbances around the estate, indicate that someone is stalking Daisy. The failed baby swap was not a mere prank or hospital misstep. It was likely a dry run, a test to gauge Sasha's awareness and emotional state. The intent was never confusion. It was a warning. Speculation is rampant about who could be behind the sinister plot to abduct Daisy. One theory points to Sasha's enigmatic biological mother, Holly Sutton, a woman with a deeply complicated past and a love-hate relationship with both Sasha and Port Charles. If Holly had partnered with Robert Scorpio, Daisy's grandfather, they might have convinced themselves that the child would be better off far from the influence of the Corinthos and Quartermain legacies. To them, Daisy may represent a fragile symbol of purity needing rescue from the toxic empires of Michael and Sonny. Such a plan could have included a faux kidnapping, a secret hideaway, and a forced reunion under the pretense of protecting the child, an intervention disguised as a family affair. But there is another name surfacing in hushed tones across town: Jen Sidwell. No stranger to dark dealings and psychological warfare, Sidwell has both the means and the motive. His prior obsessions with Sasha, his vendettas against Holly, and his unwavering hatred for Sonny Corinthos make him a prime suspect. Months ago, Sidwell overheard Sasha discussing her pregnancy, an overheard detail that never should have reached him. Since then, he's remained disturbingly quiet. But silence, in Port Charles, is rarely a sign of peace. More likely, Sidwell has been plotting. Having already bribed a judge to grant Michael full custody, perhaps as a setup for something far more nefarious, Sidwell is positioning himself to strike at the heart of Sonny's world, his grandchildren. The implications are chilling. If Daisy is merely the beginning, what happens next? Sidwell has the resources to coordinate a multi-child abduction. Imagine the horror. Wiley, Daisy, and Amelia, all snatched in a single, calculated sweep. In such a scenario, Sidwell's goal wouldn't be ransom. It would be leverage. The kind of pressure that forces Sonny into impossible decisions, perhaps even surrendering control of the pier or stepping away from organized crime altogether. Such a scenario would destabilize not just Sonny's empire but also the fragile peace that has kept Port Charles from descending into chaos. As the storm builds around the youngest lives in the city, another kind of storm is brewing in Willow's heart. Drew Kane's proposal hangs in the air like a guillotine, suspended by expectation, manipulation, and doubt. The union of Drew and Willow has long been debated, criticized by some as a desperate rebound after her devastating fallout with Michael, and heralded by others as a fresh start. But beneath Drew's charming facade lies a darkness that many are starting to question. Willow has yet to give her final answer, but all signs suggest she's leaning toward acceptance. Whether out of guilt, loneliness, or genuine affection, her decision will seal not just her fate, but potentially the fates of all those closest to her. The wedding, tentatively scheduled for late summer, is already drawing unwanted attention. Rumors swirl about threats against the ceremony. An anonymous source even warned that someone with a vendetta, possibly connected to the Hook killer's legacy, may intend to crash the event in the most devastating way possible. Could it be a symbolic act of vengeance? A message to Drew that his alliances have made him a target? Or perhaps a calculated move by Sidwell or another power player to destabilize the Quartermain clan from within? Weddings are meant to symbolize new beginnings, but this one may well mark the end of something vital. If tragedy strikes on Willow and Drew's special day, the ripple effects could be catastrophic. As General Hospital braces for what may be its most volatile summer in recent memory, the interconnected web of secrets, ambitions, and vendettas grows tighter with each passing day. From Daisy's fragile crib to the elegant floral arrangements being prepared for a wedding that may never happen, the stakes have never been higher. The heartbeat of Port Charles pounds faster now, not with joy, but with dread, because every move, every whisper, every carefully chosen word could be the spark that ignites the firestorm. And once the blaze begins, no one, not Sasha, not Willow, not even Sonny, will escape untouched.